Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So yes, we are looking at a little bit dicey here. As you can see, still didn't manage to break above this resistance area, quite harshly and swiftly rejected, and we do find ourselves below this trend line also. So if we are forward checking, back checking, and going to pay check to the downside, well, that clearly is a possibility here. Obviously what dragged us down was this minuscule sell-off in the stock market. As you can see, it did on obviously its initial attempt fail at breaking above this resistance, but there is still all to play for here. We'll have to see how today turns out. If we can then have another attempt and break above here in the stock market, in the S&P here, then yeah, crypto certainly can, well, at least not trapdoor to the downside, and yeah, have another attempt of getting above this resistance. So I think a lot will be predicated off this. Also, what we do have in our favor is this breakdown in the dollar coming down pretty quickly, as you can see. Obviously it's not going to come down in a straight line, and we've been bullish for a while, so we do need to expect like a half decent bounce, even if it doesn't like get us above this resistance. But we could easily bounce into this resistance and get rejected, but certainly that move from here to there would likely open the trapdoor for Bitcoin. So we need to get ourselves as low here as possible, ideally down to this support here, with stock markets rallying and then Bitcoin getting into this zone before we then get that pullback in the DXY. 10-year not doing a lot, as you can see, not doing too much there in the 10-year, and also gold attempting to get through this resistance, no doubt getting that tailwind from the weakening dollar. Anything else that we did want to quickly look at on here? Yeah, Ethereum, our good old friend Ethereum, still trading in a very tight range. It also obviously selling off, not managing to get above this resistance, similar to Bitcoin. The Satoshi pairing also not getting through this resistance area at the moment either, just having a pullback. So I think a lot just depends on whether we do have a risk on day today, whether stock markets do get above this resistance, whether the dollar does continue to sell off, potentially down to this support level. And yeah, that is about it. If we want to look at Stochastics, see how they're shaping up today. We've got 4 hour coming down here, so we have got a downward pressure on the 4 hour. 8 hour looking to turn back down here, and then I guess in the medium high time frames will still look okay, like they did look yesterday. 10 hour has turned down here, but 12 hour not looking bad, and then daily looking great. Bi daily looking okay. 3 day, well, turn up from a low level, but it is still a low read, so there is that. 5 day still coming down, and weekly still coming down. So yeah, I mean, stochastics aside, I think we are just looking at how stocks trade today. If we have another risk on day, then stocks should get into this area. The dollar should hopefully get down to this support. Bitcoin should turn this around, get back above the you would expect in that scenario with the finance 1.0 markets get back into this zone. So potentially looking like well, getting up to around 32,000. That is the name of the game. If we have a red day, if we have a risk off day, we have a bounce in the dollar, then, well, yes, the downside is pretty much primed to go. So yeah, that is it, guys. Quick video. So remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.